Once again, I'm Counsel Babuin, appearing for the accused person, Your Honor. Today I can see the prosecution have walked on the right side of the bed by not opposing cash bail and acting in good faith according to Article 157 of the Constitution that mandates them to act in a manner that promotes public interest and confidence. And we thank them, save for the very fact that they are mentioning the nature of the offense that is allegedly committed by our client, the accused person. Your Honor, the essence of bail is not to punish. And the common denominator is for the accused person to attend court. Your Honor, the accused person before you appeared before your sister on Friday, that is last Friday, before Honorable Nyangena, and was granted a bail of 1,000 Kenya shillings. And just probably to give you brief facts on why he appeared, Your Honor, he was arrested in his house along Thika Road, together with his brother, then arraigned on Friday. To the disappointment of the state, Your Honor, because your sister, in her wisdom, granted the accused person a cash bail of 1,000 Kenya shillings. To the disappointment of the state, they rearrested Mr. Kiama, a student at Kenyatta University, Your Honor, in his 4th year, planning to graduate in December, was rearrested within the court precincts, Your Honor. That alone shows contempt, disrespect of the court, Your Honor. The manner in which he was arrested was so dramatic. Right as he was leaving the basement cells, forced his father to accompany him, because you know, Your Honor, the norm in this nation is that the moment you are abducted in the full glare of the cameras, or even without the cameras, Your Honor, then you might never be seen again. And that has happened previously. We still have people that we are searching, we are looking for up to date. But Your Honor, the court having been convinced on Friday that the accused person before you would attend court, and that is why cash bail was granted of 1,000 Kenya shillings, then it means that our client has met the threshold of attending court. Your Honor, the bail and bond policy of the court stipulates that bail should be applied in a manner that suggests that it is not punishing before trial. Not punishing, Your Honor. before trial. Because at all times, Your Honor, the accused person remains innocent until the contrary is proved, as per Article 50, Sub-Article 2, Paragraph A of the Kenyan Constitution. Your Honor, issuing a higher bail renders this right a nugatory, and it is infringing on the rights of the accused person before you, the right to liberty, as enshrined in Article 29 of the Kenyan Constitution. And that alone, Your Honor, may amount to miscarriage of justice. Your Honor, to rely on a few authorities. Number one, before your brother Justice Wasame, in R versus Munir, Haron Ishmael, High Court Criminal Revision number 51 of 2009, Justice Wasame said that the basic denominator is to secure attendance. The basic denominator is to secure attendance of the accused person to answer to charges against him. No nature of the offense mentioned, Your Honor. No nature of the offense mentioned, because that comes at the trial level. Another case of Cyril Kipto Serem versus the Republic in 2020, EKLR, before your brother Justice Muredi. He said that the grant of bail is not a backdoor denial of liberty. Grant of bail is not a backdoor denial of liberty, contrary to and in mockery of Article 49(1)(h) of the rights of an accused person. Your Honor, the most recent one that I handled personally before your sister, Justice Mushemi, Thika High Court, in miscellaneous application number E053 of 2025, in R versus Victor Sirisia and 41 others. Your Honor, this matter, the charge was a capital offense, robbery with violence, an alleged robbery with violence, as the state knows and nowadays baptizes these charges so long as you oppose them. Your Honor, the cash bail that was admitted to these accused persons was 30,000 Kenya shillings. And I want the prosecution to note that this was a capital offense. This is a capital offense. So whatever is before you, Your Honor, does not equal to even 1/8 of a quarter of this capital offense charge, robbery with violence. Then it was further revised, Your Honor, by your sister, Honorable Tambo, because our clients could not afford, they were students, to 15,000 Kenya shillings. Capital offense. So, Your Honor, do not entertain what we are being served by the prosecution. We, in lack of a better word, we say it's balderdash, gibberish. Your Honor, the Constitution of Kenya does not reserve liberty for the popular, the powerful, or the politically convenient. And it protects every accused person precisely when the winds of executive blow hardest against them. Today, Your Honor, this court is not trying the charges of malicious damage to property or unlawful entry into Parliament. And Your Honor, I was there on that particular day, and I think at the right time I will be a defense witness when the time comes. I was there until the last person got out of Parliament, Your Honor. I didn't see this character within the precincts of Parliament. And Your Honor, today we are not trying these charges. These allegations will await trial, Your Honor. Today, this court is trying something else. And that something else is the Constitution itself. The Constitution is in trial. So therefore, will Article 49, Your Honor, serve moments of political heat as served? Or will it become a fair weather promise? Your Honor, remember we said that even granting a higher bail amounts to denial of bail. And bail is not a medal for innocence. It is not a medal for innocence. It is recognition of the presumption of innocence. Article 52A. And therefore, Your Honor, if pretrial detention becomes the default, in case a higher bail is granted, then acquittal years later, Your Honor, becomes nothing more than an apology that can never restore the lost liberty. This court, Your Honor, must decide on facts, not fear, from the state, and decide to give this student, Your Honor, very reasonable, Your Honor, because he's a student, very reasonable bail terms. And even, Your Honor, because I know you are a very kind-hearted person, this student who cannot afford even fees, you can release him on personal bond terms, Your Honor, because the court has already proven that he can't jump bail by granting bail. Your Honor, the Constitution that we serve deliberately places liberty before conviction. It presumes innocence before it permits punishment. Therefore, to imprison first and prove later is to invert the constitutional order. And the accused person before you, Your Honor, does not surrender constitutional rights at the gates of a police station. The Constitution accompanies him everywhere, including the dogs, Your Honor, and it protects him. Your Honor, the courts become greatest The courts become greatest when they refuse to let the executive's emotions write judicial orders. And history will remember the judicial officers who defended constitutional principles. When doing so, Your Honor, was unpopular. Your Honor, let liberty be regulated, not extinguished. Let bail remain what the Constitution intended it to be, Your Honor, which is the rule. And detention, the carefully justified exception. And your court, Your Honor, is where the Constitution must be loudest, when the executive is trying to be loud. Pretrial detention, Your Honor, is not a substitute for conviction. The presumption of innocence is tested not at acquittal, but at bail. Presumption of innocence is tested not at acquittal, but at bail. And Your Honor, the strength of this Constitution that we serve under is measured by how it treats the accused, not the applauded, not the applauded. And liberty cannot be denied, Your Honor, because the allegations are dramatic. Your Honor, in summary, Article 49(1)(h) of the rights of the accused person, may it guide you, Your Honor. Article 50, subarticle 2A, innocence, Your Honor, may it also guide you. Article 48, access to justice, may it guide you, Your Honor. Article 159 of the Constitution, judicial authority, may it guide you, Your Honor. And lastly, Your Honor, as a student, may you be merciful on him, Your Honor, because granting a cash bail that he can't afford will make him not graduate. And this is a student who left his parents who have no means of survival, Your Honor, doing odd jobs to educate him from primary school right now to the university level, Your Honor. Sold everything, parcels of land that they had, sold all the animals, including chicken that they had, to educate him, Your Honor, to the university level, awaiting graduation, Your Honor. When he left, he promised his parents, Your Honor, that he would change their lives. How can he change their lives while he's in prison, Your Honor? That will be a recipe for chaos within his family and even possible suicide, Your Honor. Therefore, Your Honor, please be merciful and shame the devil, Your Honor. I rest my case.
Having appreciated all the circumstances of the case and also the nature of the offenses which are facing the accused person, which I might still insist are misdemeanor, I do believe the accused person is deserving of reasonable bond terms, and I hereby direct as follows. The accused person is hereby granted a personal bond of Kenya shillings 100,000. Will also avail 120 give a personal recognizance of a similar amount. She can have the defense counsel supplied with a copy of the charge sheet, the witness statement, and all other documents that the prosecution is relying upon.